We are now chatting with Cindy. Now, Cindy, we have a lot to talk about as far as children's books. So, first things first, if we could start, let's chat about the Bucket List. It's a book series and a wonderful organization. So, could you tell us a bit about it?
Bucket Filler Books started with this book right here, written by Carol McCloud almost 20 years ago.
Whoa.
And it has grown into a phenomena of a lot of times it's in schools, but it's also used in some churches and communities. But the whole idea behind bucket filling is growing a culture of kindness and giving. Carol, in the book, Carol tells kids that everybody has an invisible bucket. And you fill that bucket with your happy thoughts and your happy feelings, and you can fill other people's buckets too. So just a way to share kindness and make the world a better place. There's 3 pillars. She talks about filling buckets, and she talks about dipping in buckets, where someone might take your happiness away, a bully, for instance, and what we can do if our buckets are being dipped, and how we can keep from dipping in someone else's bucket. And then the third part is using your lid. You put a lid on your bucket, that happiness can't get out, right? So it's protecting yourself, maybe removing yourself from a bad situation, or not listening to those unkind words that are being said about you, and believing in yourself instead. So it basically goes on those 3 principles. We have school programs for pre-K through 5th grade, and in which we do a lot of role playing, bring the kids up front, look about what that bucket filling might look like. A child gets hurt on the playground, everybody laughs. What can you do instead? Just those kinds of things. And we also have some new professional development for staff members at schools, and it's a whole day program that has you get a huge toolkit and a whole school set of books, and it helps those teachers and other staff members know how to grow that culture, what kinds of things they can say and do. It comes with over 200 lesson plans, and they're no nonsense, 10 to 15 minute quick, no prep lessons that they can just pull out at the, to fill in. Teachers sometimes have time, they need to fill in a little space.
And this is very important life lessons to fill that time with.
For sure, because the world's a tough place right now, and if we can help kids navigate those things in their lives and start early. That's my big pitch, is start as early as you can, teaching kids to have that mindset of how to help, how to improve, how to believe in themselves too. So it's a real important program.
It is, and it sounds like it's not just about a child protecting and fostering their own happiness, but how they can be kinder to others. One of the pillars that really jumped out at me was teaching them how to recognize and then potentially stop dipping into other people's buckets. And if there's one thing this world is in great need of right now, it's more kind people. And just as you said, teach them while they're young the importance of kindness, and they're going to get it back tenfold throughout their life.
Exactly, and that's one of the things we talk about. I'll bring a child up front and say, how long would it take you to fill every single bucket in this room? And there might be 200 kids there, and they say, oh, I can't do that, it'd be too much. And then we talk about how it can spread, and how sharing kindness with one person, and then they share with 10 more, and what that can look like, and what a difference it can make. So there's a lot of parent information. Yeah, a lot of parent information too that's all free on our website too, that people can draw from. So.
Now, Cindy, you don't just represent this organization that brings these great books to the community. You are also a bit of a writer yourself. Could you tell us a little bit about your children's book?
I can. This is where it all started for me. I wrote this book, was published by Cardinal Rule Press, which is out of Metro Detroit. And this publisher recently bought the bucket filling program and series of books, and so they enabled authors like me that they already had in their lineup to do these programs in the schools.
That is wonderful. Now, do you feel like your book here is similar or fits a similar vein about inclusion, acceptance, kindness?
It does, and that's a beautiful thing. Cardinal Rule Press doesn't publish a book that doesn't empower kids in some way or another. That's